I hate to break it to you, but most nannies are not 10-star nannies. 10-star nannies are the 1%. Out of 100 nannies that we interview, one of those will be a 10-star nanny. So how can you go from a 6 or a 7-star nanny to a 10-star nanny? I'm going to give you those tips today. I'm Michelle Kelsey, founder of the Nanny Solution by Nannies on Call. I bring you new videos to educate and inspire you to get better jobs and make more money. Let's tackle this huge topic. I know you're thinking, that's not very nice, or oh, she's wrong, I'm a 10-star nanny. Let's jump right into it today. Communication. Come on, I've said it in every video, or it feels like every video. Communication is so important. Communication helps make you a 10-star nanny. What do I mean by communication? It's a huge topic. Communication is, if you're looking for a job, responding in a timely manner. If I email you to set up an interview and you don't get back to me for a week, that is not helpful. You are clearly not interested in working. 10-star nannies get back to you same day, sometimes even same hour, because they know how important finding a job is to them and how they have to get back if they want to be considered. Communicating in a timely manner, that's number one. Number two is communicating professionally. That means full sentences, punctuation, grammar. When a nanny emails in and says, I'm interested, or put me in, or I'll take an interview, that's not helpful information. The nanny needs to say, I'm interested in interviewing with this family. I'm free Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between 10 and 12, whatever it is. But communicate in full sentences with all the information needed. I'll give you an example. This week, a nanny emailed in saying she was interested in a position. I emailed back saying, could you please send your resume, because it was not attached to the email. The response I got was, I applied through Indeed. You should be able to see my resume there. That's not helpful. A professional nanny who communicates well says, you can say, I applied through Indeed. I'm sorry, I thought you'd have access to my resume there. I've attached it again for you to view. Anything like that, that's professional, because I don't want to go searching for a resume, and I wouldn't have asked for a resume if it had been in Indeed, like she said. So clearly I couldn't see it. Bottom line, communicate professionally. Defensiveness. This is a huge one. 10-star nannies do not get defensive when they are told they are not a good fit for a family. There is a huge range of nannies, experience, backgrounds, culturally, outdoor nannies, indoor nannies, educator nannies versus playful nannies. There are different types of nannies for different families, and often families are looking for a specific type of nanny. 10-star nannies know that they are not a perfect fit for every family. Could they get the job? Probably. 10-star nannies could probably get every job they apply for, but they also understand that the right fit is important. So when an agency or a family gives 10-star nannies feedback about their interview or their suitability for the position, they do not become defensive. They take that information and they grow and they learn and they become better next time. 10-star nannies have a professional portfolio ready to go at a moment's notice. This includes things like past reference letters, reference contact information, CPR first aid, criminal record checks, and up-to-date resume. I cannot tell you how many nannies send in a resume that do not have their last job on it or their current job on it. And then when I ask, what have you been doing the last year? They say, oh, sorry, I didn't put that on my resume. Professional 10-star nannies have all of their information on their resume ready to go at a moment's notice. You never know when you're gonna need it. 10-star nannies also have certification, education, different things like that. They could be short courses, but they are constantly upgrading and adding to their education, whether it's an early childhood education degree, a teaching degree, a bachelor's degree, courses on anger management for children or soothing children or newborn care specialist. There are so many courses out there. Nannies, 10-star nannies are always upgrading their skills, and they can send you the documentation to show you that they have those courses. They keep them in that portfolio I just talked about, so all their education and their certificates go in there. When nannies say, oh, I have my early childhood education degree, but I don't know what happened to that certificate, it's not helpful. You need the proof to show that you did those courses. I think this is number 4. 10-star nannies only apply to specific positions. Have you ever been on a Facebook group or on a job board where you can see who applied and the same nannies are applying for every single job? They just apply for every job, short-term, part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter, they've applied for it all. Outdoorsy, indoorsy, travel, local, whatever it is, they're applying for everything. 10-star nannies do not apply for everything on the job board. They are very particular about the jobs they apply for, and they know their strengths and their weaknesses. So they read the job description, they understand the needs of the family, and they only apply for specific jobs that fit what they're looking for as a nanny and that fit the skills that they have. You don't want to waste your time, the family's time, the agency's time by applying for jobs that ultimately you're really not that interested in if you just took the time to read the job description and understand what is required. No means no. We teach the kids this, right? Why can't we do it ourselves? When an agency or a family tells you they're not interested, you don't have the qualification, that is your signal to say, thank you very much for your time, and walk away. Creating an argument around why you are perfect for the job, begging for the job, telling them they're mistaken is not going to help your case. It's actually going to get you blacklisted. And I can give you an example. Just this week, we received a resume from a nanny who did not have enough experience to work with our agency. The last few jobs she's had have been elder care. She is a mom, so she's got some experience. She's worked in a high school, so she has experience. That said, we work mostly with 0 to 5, and she didn't have any professional experience in 0 to 5. We responded to her, letting her know this information. This nanny then proceeded to call us and yell at us and tell us why we were insensitive and unfair and discriminatory because we would not even give her 10 minutes to interview. We were not wasting her time by telling her up front. We were not wasting our time. And the bottom line is she did not have the experience we were looking for. It doesn't matter what job you apply for, in whatever industry, you are going to be turned down. And unfortunately now, this nanny will never get to work for our agency again because we have a do not hire on her file because of how she called us. She actually threatened to call the media, which I don't know what that has to do with anything because that is not a story that we didn't want to provide her with an interview because she wasn't qualified. So no means no. Take that and just say, thank you very much. If you're interested in feedback about why they turned you down, it's okay to ask for that. But when someone says no, thank you for your time. I appreciate you getting back to me. That's all that needs to be said. Bottom line is it's all about attitude. Attitude is what makes a 10-star nanny. So everything I just said is true, and then there's attitude. For success, attitude is equally as important as ability.